Hello. The Chancellor of the Exchequer has presented his final autumn statement before next year's general election, and there were a number of measures aimed specifically at our personal finances. To discuss those, I'm joined by Micah Curry and Alan Hyam, our financial planning and retirement experts here at Fidelity. Micah, let's start with the ISAs because there are a number of changes announced in today's statement.
Very welcome news for ISA savers, specifically for married couples or civil partners who've been saving together as a couple. In the past, as the Chancellor pointed out in his speech, when you passed away, the tax-efficient benefits of an ISA passed away with you. What's happened now is that that can be passed on to your husband or wife or civil partner.
Okay, so that is good news. And what about the general ISA allowances? Have they been pushed a bit higher?
They have. So more good news is the annual ISA allowance, which is already very generous at £15,000 a year, moves up to £15,240 come April next year.
And if we had a similar rise in the junior ISA?
Yes, a slight rise in the junior ISA from £4,000 this year to £4,080 next year.
Okay, let's turn to pensions, Alan. Been plenty of changes this year already, but some more changes announced in today's statement.
Yes, they have, that's right, Tom. And what the Chancellor's done today is he's tidied up an announcement he made at the party conference. And the big change there was if you pass away before the age of 75 with a pension, then your beneficiary can benefit from having that paid to them tax-free, provided the payments are made after April 2015. Now, at that time, he made the announcement just for people who had income drawdown forms of taking pension income, and he left annuities out of the picture altogether. So today, in his autumn statement, he's confirmed that the same will be extended to annuities. So again, if you pass away before age 75 and you'd bought an annuity that continued for a spouse or a civil partner, then your spouse or civil partner will receive that income tax-free, provided that the first payment is made after April 2015.
Okay, so some good news for pensioners as well. Now, there's always speculation about inheritance tax, isn't there? Did we get anything on that front this time?
No announcements on inheritance tax. There was speculation that the inheritance tax exempt limit, which has stood at £325,000 since April 2009, might move up to £1 million, but no changes were announced. Now that matters because for a lot of property owners, we know the property price has gone up a lot and property forms part of your estate, and your beneficiaries need to pay inheritance tax on that, but no changes were announced.
But property was absolutely at the heart of the autumn statement, wasn't it? Because there were some key changes around stamp duty for property purchases.
That's right, stamp duty tax, which is hugely unpopular, and many have dubbed this the white rabbit that the Chancellor pulled out of his hat. So stamp duty tax used to be a slab tax. If you bought a property for more than £250,000, the difference in the tax you paid jumped from 1% to 3%, and that was just for £1 difference.
Right, so if you bought a property at £249,999, you'd pay 1%. A £250,000 property, you'd pay 3%. So how does the new system work?
The new system is a much more progressive tax system, so depending on how much the property costs, the tax rate moves up incrementally.
Okay, and will most people benefit from this, or?
Yes, well, according to the Chancellor in his speech, 98% of people will pay less.
Great. Micah, Alan, thanks very much indeed.